Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Tina. Today I am going to be doing a get ready with me, and little disclaimer, if I am looking this way a lot is because I'm looking at my viewfinder and I want to make sure that I stay in focus for you guys. My voice is a little jittery today. I think I am coming down with a cold, but nonetheless I'm going to be doing a get ready with me because I got some things to do today, just a little bit of things, not too much, but hey, I decided to go ahead and film for you guys. So if you're interested in watching, then please keep on watching. Also subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime I upload, and if you like the video at the end, give it a big like. So let's get started. So I am using my new camera today. I don't know how the what is it? I don't know how the sound's gonna be, so if it does sound a little bit low whenever the video uploads, I do apologize. This is a trial and error kind of thing because I am working on a camera instead of my phone. Normally I do work on my phone. I do all my recordings on my phone, my editing and everything, but now I have upgraded to a camera, which I am forever grateful to my husband because he bought me a camera for Christmas, and I'm finally getting a chance to use it. Okay, so I typically always have my brows done, but I'm gonna do something a little different today. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in. One moment. The thing about this camera is y'all are literally gonna see my entire skin. Like, you know, on my phone my skin looks completely normal in my opinion, but in reality I do not have normal skin. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off by priming my face, and I am gonna use the Smashbox, and I'm gonna place this all over my face, but I want to make sure I put an extra amount on my T-zone area because that is the area that I get the most oiliest, and that is the area where my pores are extremely big. So the foundation I'm going to be using, this is my all-time favorite drugstore foundation. I always go back to this foundation. This is probably my top foundation ever, and I love it. Is the CoverGirl 3-in-1 foundation, and I am in the shade Golden 10. My concealer, and I am going to be using the Maybelline concealer. This is my favorite concealer to use. If I'm not using this one from the drugstore, I love using the other Maybelline concealer. I think it's like the Age Rewind or Eraser or something like that. I like using that one as well. I'm just gonna kind of just highlight underneath the eyes. So I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced translucent powder, and I'm gonna use this to set underneath my eyes. Pour a little bit out. So just press that underneath the eyes. And I like to drag it down on the sides of my nose a little bit, and a little bit on top of my nose. I like to do this because my nose gets so oily. That is like the oiliest part on my face. So now I'm gonna go in with my MAC pressed powder, and I'm gonna use this to set the rest of my face. And with this one I'm in the shade A27 or medium golden. So I wanted to actually mention that I want to do a, or I don't, it's not something, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So in December, like the end of December, on the 31st of December, Barnes & Nobles had posted a Barnes & Noble resolution type of thing on their Instagram stories, and I found it very interesting. And sorry, my foot's falling asleep. I had found it very interesting, and so what I did is I screenshotted their stories. It was, you know, something, it was kind of like a, of course it was a resolution, but to me it was kind of like a checklist, and I thought it was pretty cool. Let me pull it up really quick. I thought it was actually really cool. It kind of gives you ideas of what you can do if you're like if you're having trouble with figuring out what book to read next. or if you're even trying to get into reading, I feel like this is something that's completely awesome. This is what it is. I don't know if you can see it, but anyways, it was called the reading resolution. The first one was like, try to finish one book per month, no matter what it is, which is pretty much something that I am already doing already, because I do have a series on my channel called Behind the Book. I didn't do it last week, or I did do it last week, but I did it on a Monday, because the Friday before that was my daughter's birthday, and I wanted to just dedicate my whole time to her on that day, so that's why I didn't post it on Friday. So I ended up not doing one this Friday, or last Friday, because I did it on the Monday. So this Friday I'm going to be doing another Behind the Book. So I kind of already do read a book a month, but I thought that was pretty cool. And then the second one is read one classic lit book you've always wanted to. Now, to be honest, I've never wanted to read a classic literature book. To me, a classic literature book is like To Kill a Mockingbird. I feel like that is a classic book, but I don't think it really qualifies under classic literature. Barnes and Noble has like The Scarlet Letter, and some other Pride and Prejudice. Books like that is part of their classic literature. So honestly, I don't think I will be doing that one, unless I classify as like To Kill a Mockingbird as the, you know, classic, because it is a classic to me and it's actually really good, and I've been wanting to read that book. I haven't read that book since I was like in the 9th grade, I believe it was 9th grade, so I think I'm gonna use that one as a classic literature. Then it says join a book club with your best friends. Now, where I'm at, where I live, I don't have any friends at all out here. Like, I am so lonely out here. I know that sounds sad and pathetic, but that is what it is. And all my family lives back home. I'm from Lubbock, Texas, so everybody lives back home, and I really don't have nobody. So what I actually did is I joined the Barnes and Noble's book club, and they just had a book club meeting on the 7th of this month. I couldn't make it, which I was kind of upset. I just couldn't make it because, you know, I am a mother of 4 and my husband works really late, so I would have had to take in my kids with me, and that's kind of upsetting because, you know, I want to go to a book club and be able to kind of like sit there and really listen instead of having to pay attention to my kids and try to listen. So, you know, it is what it is. There's always more, and there's one that's coming up in March, so I need to go pick up the book for that one so that way I can attend the next one. So right now that's my book club. I'm actually trying to form one with my cousin, but it's gonna kind of be like over the phone type of book club because, like I said, she lives back home in my hometown and I'm here, so it's kind of hard for me to really just sit down and talk and be in a book club with actual friends, people that I know. So there's that. I'm part of the Barnes and Noble's book club. The next one is read at least one book recommended by a bookseller, a local bookseller. This one I kind of want to do because you never know, like a lot of people like something different, but you never know, the people that recommend books might actually like the books that you like to read. So I think that's kind of interesting, even if you, or they might even turn you on to something that you never thought you would be interested in. So there's that. Oh, and the next one is read one steamy romance you secretly wanted to. Now, I know everybody's probably gonna guess the one that I am planning on reading, and yes, it's gonna be 50 Shades of Grey. I have always wanted to read that book, but honestly, I'm not really into books that have like intimacy in it. Like, to me, I don't want to read about it as far as like in depth about intimacy. Now, if it's something that's quick and says, oh, our love was as passionate as the ocean's waves at night, you know, to me that is something very subtle. Now, I know the 50 Shades of Grey books go into depth as to their whole intimacy, and that's kind of scary to me. Even though I'm an adult, That's just not my preference of reading, but I've always wanted to read it. I have not watched the movies yet, but I am really thinking about reading that one as my romance, because that's the truth. I've always wanted to read that one. The next one is read somewhere that isn't bed. My favorite place to read is at Barnes and Nobles. That is like my comfort zone. Anytime I go into Barnes and Nobles, I am completely at zen. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my face because I'm getting off track. So I'm gonna go in with my Naked Skin by Urban Decay. I love this because it has 2 contours, brightening and highlight, and then it also has a nice mirror. And then you flip it over and it has your creams if you want a cream contour, which I haven't done yet. I feel like this might be too light, but anyways, so I'm gonna grab my brush and I'm gonna use this one today. So let me open that back up so I can talk to y'all about it. Okay, so you know, like I said, I am a mother of 4, so it's kind of hard for me to even stop doing what I'm doing just to go to Barnes and Nobles and sit down and read. So if I'm not reading here in bed, I am reading in my living room on my couch. So that qualifies as not reading in your bed. This video is going to be long, all because I decided to sit there and talk about this Barnes and Noble's resolution. But the last one is reread your all-time fave. Now, I have so many favorites, but when this question popped up, or when I read this question, one book in particular popped up in my mind. And it's actually not just one book, it's actually a series. Yeah, it's actually a series. And it's the Fallen series by Lauren Kay. I don't really hear much about this series. And I've even tried to look on YouTube to see if anybody's posted their own opinions. I've already read the whole series. I've already read every book. And it's been a while since I've read those books. Actually, I think it's been about like maybe 4 or 5 years now. So I already have my own opinion. So I really don't know why I went looking. But I guess I kind of wanted to see what everybody else thought, because it doesn't seem like it was a very hyped up book. And I don't know why, because honestly, that was a really good read. No. Let me take that back. It was a good read, but I actually feel like maybe the first 2 books were kind of flat. Like, they got interesting and then they went flat, and then towards the end is when they picked back up. So it was kind of hard for me to want to finish the book whenever I was in the middle of the books. But as soon as I got through it, I actually really loved all the books. So I'm really thinking about going back and rereading that entire series. It's a lot of them, but it was something that kind of blew my mind, and that's what really like opened me up to wanting to read more. Like, I've always loved reading, but there comes a time in life where you kind of go through a phase, or at least in my time, you go through a phase where you get lazy, and instead of reading, you watch TV. So that was me until I read the Fallen series. And after that, like, after I finished the entire series, I needed more. I wanted to try more, you know, I wanted to read more. So I thank the Fallen series for actually waking me up and getting me off the couch and opening up a book. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think about what I need to do next. I guess I can add blush. I'm gonna do my brows last because honestly they take the longest, so I'm gonna do those last. So I'm gonna be using my L'Oreal blush palette. This looks very intense. The colors are very, very bright and bold, but honestly, I say honestly a lot, I'm sorry, but in my opinion they're not as intense as they look in the pan, which is great. So I'm thinking about dipping into this one right here, this one, which gives you more chance to build it up, which is good because you don't want something so stark like that, especially if you're not somebody that's into blush. Me, I love blush, so I'm gonna place this on the apples of my cheeks. I actually dipped into this one and this one right here. I know that pink looks pretty hot, but I just want to add a little color to my face because I'm not doing a lot, even though it probably looks like a lot already, but I'm really not doing what I normally do. So I just want to add a little color back into my face so it's not so flat. I want to read the Ballin series, but I don't quite know if I want to commit to that. Although it's a good book, it's just so many books in the series, so that's kind of like where I'm at right now as far as like trying to do that Barnes & Noble's resolution. I'm not too sure if I want to do all of them, but I know for a fact that I am finishing a book a month. Sorry, I had to go pick up my coffee this morning. I woke up kind of late. Actually, I woke up really late, and I didn't get a chance to make me none. So after I dropped my kids off at school, I stopped and got me some coffee. But yeah, I'm not too sure if I want to do the whole Barnes & Noble's resolution thing, but I have posted it on my social medias, just to let everybody, maybe there are people out there that kind of don't know what to do or where to begin. So I feel like that's a really good list to, you know, start a beginning of a new book. So I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced mini little chocolate chip palette. I love this one. I even love the original Too Faced chocolate bar, but I like this one because it is travel size and it has all mattes. It has a really good mirror. So I really love this one. I think it's so cute, and it has most of the colors that are in the original chocolate bar besides the shimmers. So the color I'm gonna go in with is this one and this one, the two browns, just to kind of give my eyelids some dimension before I put some liner on. And I'm going in with a Morphe M441. I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia. This is in the shade Soft Brown. That's what it looks like. Looks like it's too light for me, but it's actually perfect. I'm gonna go in with my NYX concealer, and I'm gonna clean it up just a bit. My NYX glide on slide on like a usual. Where are you at? Where's the name? Right here. I'm just gonna tight line the upper and bottom waterline. My NYX liquid eyeliner in matte. Since it's telling me that my battery is dying, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna add some highlighter and maybe like a nude lip and setting spray, and that'll be it for this get ready with me. I'm gonna actually do my hair off camera. I'm just straightening it, nothing special. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me, and I can't wait to do another one with you. Sorry it has to end so quickly, but that's pretty much it. This is my everyday, pretty much everyday makeup look. So thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.